Beirut is a city that sits on a fragile peace, where moments of calm are never taken for granted. Because in Lebanon, harmony is often shattered with the firing of a single shot. In a country divided by tribes, competition between their two most dominant basketball clubs has turned the sport into a symbol. Born in West Beirut, Sporting Al Riyadi is a team of religious alliance, Sunni Muslim. And clubs suggest they're Maronite Christian rivals to the east. But it's not the league dominance or the countless championship trophies that define this rivalry. When these two teams square off, a full 4 quarters are hard to come by. The violence that punctuates this derby is a reminder that in Lebanon, the hardwood isn't a haven. It's a window into the fiercest rivalries of this country.
So we're in Beirut, the capital city of Lebanon, to discover the unique environment around basketball, where politics, sports, and religion are all intertwined with one another. In Lebanon as a whole, sectarian friction and conflict doesn't just occur in their parliament, but it also manifests itself through basketball and sports.
Lebanon is a nation built on rivalries, and over time, they've claimed thousands of lives and laid waste to entire cities. Today, political and sectarian conflict here remains, and it's so intense, it's ground the entire system to a halt. Since 2014, the nation has been leaderless, after a divided parliament failed to elect a new president. Government gridlock even halted trash collection for a full year, leaving behind a colossal reminder of a nation divided. The culture of conflict in Lebanon turns every game into a pressure cooker, even for a 13-year veteran.
This is the problem here, it's not allowed to the fans to come and interfere. But because it's Sajjas, Riyadh, people are so emotional.
Eli Rustam is Sajjas' star player, a three-time member of Lebanon's national team, and no stranger to the game they call Derby Beirut.
Maybe fans in Lebanon, if they don't watch basketball, they will watch this game because it's different. Maybe you will cheer for Sajjas because they think it's a Christian side. Maybe you will cheer for Sajjas because you hate that much Riyadh. Too much stress before the game from the fans, from the management, and they don't accept mistakes.
Every politician or every group got his own team now because he knows that basketball is the #1 sport in Lebanon.
There's one player in Lebanon who knows the uneasy marriage between politics and basketball better than most, and his name is Fadi Al-Khatib. Winner of more championship titles and more MVPs than anyone else in Lebanese history. He's also a veteran of both Al Riyadi and Sagesse. But fans here know him by another name, the Michael Jordan of Lebanon.
Sagesse, Riyadi, I love playing for both of them. They're the best two teams ever in the history of Lebanon. But now, in these days, I think it's tough. Because I assure you that 60 or 70% of the fans who's coming to the basketball games now are coming based on political issue of view.
What is it, in your opinion, you feel that makes these politicians or political parties cling so closely to basketball teams?
Well, it's easy to control feelings in Lebanon, especially now, to hit the religious nerve in each one of us. It's very easy. Instead of having a civil war, they think that by being part of those teams, they can have a better fan base for the political elections in Lebanon. When they interfere in basketball, they're killing basketball. I'm sad to say this. I'm very sad to say this, but Lebanon cannot change by ourselves. When you hear fans cheering for the politicians in the game, and then you'll ask yourself, why they're coming and for what reason they're coming. The only reason they're coming because they want to cheer for this politician. And they're definitely not supporting basketball because they love basketball.
شكرا للنادي الرياضي يلي جمعنا ملعب باسكت جمعنا مباراة الانتخابات يوم الأحد بهالمباراة بعكس ماتش الباسكت كل واحد فيكم كل وحدة فيكم لاعب كل واحد بصوته بيأثر على نتيجة المباراة
Today, Lebanese basketball isn't known for the game. In 2014, during Game 4 of the championship series between Sagesse and Riyadi, what should have been a minor spat between players quickly escalated out of control. Scenes like this one are now the enduring image of Derby Beirut, where tension no longer stems from the outcome of the game. It's the lingering question of whether violence will stop it before an outcome is reached. The 100th episode of Derby Beirut was never a close call, and with a decisive home court advantage, Riyadi notched another victory for the Future Movement Party. And in this tiny arena, bursting at the seams, it becomes clear the Sagesse are not the only losers. The country itself is beset by its geography, by its history, by its diversity. For today, these players and these fans are civil. But just 4 months later, the rematch of Derby Beirut would be proof that here, at the door to the Middle East, there's always a thin line between civil and civil war.
ابدا عبد النور وكيف بيقدر يسدد ويسجل بنسب عاليه دائما 51 61 تحت السله اكني ايباك عم يستلم بيتعرض للخطا اكني ايباكو من كريستانيالز.
During Game 6 of the Lebanese Basketball League final, with Riyadi leading the series 3-2 on Sagesse's home court, tempers flared yet again.
As players, we are the victim, and the game is going to be the victim because presidents and owners, they change. They don't stay, but we are staying. The game is staying.
On October 31st of 2016, Michel Aoun, a Maronite Christian and former Lebanese army chief, was elected president of Lebanon, ending more than 2 years of deadlock surrounding the vacancy.